points, and Patsy Delgado right behind him with 8 points for the ladies, which is very, very good. On the other hand, Jimmy Turigno, a big scoring threat, has already picked up a total of 14 points, and Darlene Langlois de la Chapelle, 6 points. Those are the high scores. But let's get down to the blocking. Blocking is Big Burnett Jackson, John Parker, the skating coach of the team, and also Harold Jackson. They've been doing a tremendous job of blocking. Blocking for the T-Birds, Ronnie Raines has had to take it all on himself, and it doesn't look very good.
No, it doesn't, and these statistics for the first half just bear out what I predicted might happen tonight in this All-Star game, because Georgia has selected a very strong team, and with E.G. Miller of the New York Bombers as their assistant, John Madman Drew, the owner of the Chicago Hawks, they're really trying to tear the Thunderbirds apart, and they're going to really have to look to their laurels, or they're going to really have a real bad thing in the second half.
Well, Bill Hoppy, as I sit here along with you, Jim McInerney, it makes me wonder about Liz Hernandez. Will she be going with the commission? I understand there's a strong rumor. Yes, Georgia Haas is just seething mad, Jim.
Oh, yes, and indeed, there's one other point that we have to bring up. The 5th of next month, the T-Birds are going to start the opener at the Los Angeles Sports Arena, and the T-Birds have never lost a season opener.
Well, there's sure bad news at that night for Darlene Langlois de la Chapelle. I talked to her at halftime. She's very upset over the fact that her contract definitely has been sold to Georgia Haas. She will have to skate with the Devils at the opener at the Los Angeles Sports Arena against the Thunderbirds. She's very upset about it. She's having her attorney go over a contract, and that could be the thing that would help Georgia Haas put the Thunderbirds in a hole on that opener at the Los Angeles Sports Arena.
We got a second half of action about to start. The All-Star Classic, 48-44 All-Stars. Hang on, be right back.
And there it goes! Willie Mays is done it.
Classic Sports Network, where the legends play.
Fight fast. This is your opportunity to call the shots. What's the best fight you've ever seen? Or what's the best fight you've never seen but always wanted to? Classic Sports has the largest fight library in the world and wants you in our corner. This is your opportunity to let us know what boxing memories you want to see. Send your entry to Classic Sports Fight Memories, Murray Hill Station, P.O. Box 1830, New York, New York, 10156. If we broadcast your memory, we'll send you a Classic Sports t-shirt. Classic Sports, where the legends fight.
Well, here we go. Don Lestra firing that gun for the second half of action here at the All-Star game against the Los Angeles T-Birds. And with the play-by-play, here's Dick Holloway.
The All-Star Classic at its best, 48-44. The All-Stars out in front of the Thunderbirds, 9 minutes and 48 seconds remaining. A 1-minute jam time. Coming up with is Debbie Heldman. Like to work away out of the pack. Up the front, trying to hold out one of the skaters is Debbie Garfield. Shooting on by is Vicki McEwen. Vicki McEwen wearing jersey number 36, a pretty gal. Originally from San Bernardino, California, now skating with the All-Stars here tonight. And a good skater right alongside of her. Up in front of her now is Debbie Heldman, number 1. The customary jersey for her. The Thunderbirds, the white, the gold, and the green. The All-Stars decked out in orange and brown tonight as Vicki McEwen dumped up to Lori Weichel, defensive specialist for this All-Star team tonight. Up in front of her, number 2 for the Thunderbirds, Donna Young. Lori Weichel, a very large gal, a pretty gal. Lori Weichel and a tough defensive gal. Oh, look out. Donna Young. Donna Young taking a shot at Lori Weichel, and Weichel quick in her hand, so quick, and they didn't even see her. She just shot on by her. But in the meantime, it's up to Brenda DeShields to stop her. DeShields, bespectacled, or whatever you want to call it, knocked her down hard in there. But picking up 3, Thunderbird points, Debbie Heldman.
Well, the T-Birds were very wise in taking Heldman and not using her as a designated scorer in the first half. She was solely a blocker, but this is why this girl is now, she's all refreshed and she can pick up the points. Watch her as she comes around. Donna Young laying the law down to one of the defensive girls, and a double block here coming up from Lois Decker. Peggy Fowler right on through. There she is, Miss Georgia Haas. She's She's the one that spearheads this whole team, the All-Stars.
Yeah, Georgia Haas is thinking about the season opener on the Saturday night, the 5th of next month, when her Devils meet the Thunderbirds.
Back to the action once again to Starling Lenoir de la Chapelle. Trying to get out of the pack up front. Trying to hook Taylor in there was Debbie Garvey, but not doing that good of a job as she gets blocked out herself on the inside. The respected skater Lori Weichel. Now Darlene Lenoir de la Chapelle out completely by herself. Her long blonde hair trailing over that jersey number 33. A pretty gal, a former model, and also coming to the back of that pack. Up to Donna Young. Donna Young, not blocked this time by Lori Weichel, but Donna Young back again. Defensive specialist for the Thunderbirds doing a good job as the mid-packers are all bunched in there. Heldon, Young, Garvey, and LeMaistre. It's up to Donna Young now to the rear of the pack to stop Darlene Lenoir. Renee LeMaistre jumped the lane, chased by skinny Winnie Miller. Winnie Miller trying to get up in a hurry. Can't she get up there in time? She's good enough. Can't she get through? But it's the big gal, Darlene Lenoir, putting her hands on the hip, calling off the jam. 3 points for the All-Stars, and she is happy.
Yes, we were talking about Darlene Langlois, and Darlene will be skating with,
This gal right here.
John Drew, Georgia Haas, and Liz Hernandez. Liz Hernandez is about ready. She's been talking to the commission and might possibly be taking Miss Georgia Haas's old job as field representative for the commission. John Hall in there to help out Liz Hernandez. Let's explain real quick that Liz Hernandez is a guest of the T-Birds in the infield this evening, and Miss Georgia Haas, she is the manager of the All-Star team as John Drew and E.G. Miller assistant manager. Now, Georgia Haas is the first time in history that a woman has ever been a manager of an All-Star team.
Back to the action once again. We see Tricky McInerney in the front of the pack along with Chloe Burrell. Both of them have worked their way through that pack. By the mid-packers up to Donna Young, and Young takes a great shot to the jaw of Tricky McEwen, knocking her down in a hurry. As Donna Young doing a great job of blocking this likewise. Her counterpart for the opposite team, the All-Stars, Laura Weichel. But look at Donna Young up again, taking Weichel out, giving a whip, catching it by the mid-packers in there. Peggy Fowler, she would like to stop her in the middle of that pack, along with Lois Decker. Decker up in front, but it's Fowler. Fowler gets knocked to the wayside, but beautiful skating by Renee LeMaistre, and Patsy Delgado, the mid-packers in there, and Colleen Morrell gets thrust aside by Lori Weichel and Lois Decker, but meantime picking up 3 big points in there. Good job.
Well, as the action is still going on, Georgia Haas is coming over. Oh, look at this. Colleen Morrell and Georgia Haas ready to get into it.
Well, Georgia Haas, is looking ahead to the Thunderbird opener as the Thunderbirds open their 21st season at the Los Angeles Sports Arena on Saturday night, the 5th of next month. And at that time, we're going to find out a lot of things that are going to happen. Georgia wants to stop the T-Bird streak of never having lost an opener. Liz Hernandez is now being interviewed for Georgia Haas's old job as field representative of the commission.
It sure might be great. 20 years, never been defeated in a season opener. The Los Angeles T-Birds, they're going to try and go for 21 straight at the Los Angeles Sports Arena, the 5th of next month.
You see the score, the All-Stars 51, the Thunderbirds 50 as Debbie held number 1 along with Gail Bowers. Bowers is this being scored for this half of action here in the All-Star Classic from the Olympic Auditorium. Reminding you, we'll be going to the Sports Arena for the first game of the season, the 21st skating season, the 5th of next month. In the meantime, it's Gail Bowers. Bowers, one-time chunky gal out there, fit and trim now, and she's looking good for this All-Star team. Blocks hard on Lori Gregory, and Gregory not doing a whole lot to stop her in the middle of that pack. I'm surprised. Lori Gregory had a chance to stop her one way or another, but did not do it, and John Hall will be not happy at all about that action. 1 point picked up by this gal.
Oh, no, they said 3 points, Dave. I'm sorry. I saw the referee signal 3 points picked up for Gail Bowers. And Bowers, she is terrific. She's always been an all-star. You see a free-for-all. Liz Hernandez. You see Liz Hernandez watching this free-for-all going on as the referees are trying to pull these two gals apart. Lois Decker and Debbie Helen going at it. Look out, Lois Decker. She looks like she's going to find the track with her head. Down she goes, but Dawn Lancer, the referee, went down with her. She is tough, and Dawn Lancer just threw Lois Decker into the penalty box for 1 minute. Landing on top of him.
Watching this All-Star game here, Hoppy, this one of the finest All-Star teams ever assembled
kind of excitement at the Los Angeles Thunderbird opener at the Los Angeles Sports Arena. Everybody you see here is going to be there. John Drew said he's the power behind the leadership of Georgia Haas.
When you say everybody, I'm sure you're talking about the likes of an E.G. Miller, and Georgia Haas is barking away there. And John Drew, the madman, along with John Parker, everyone in attendance. The Unholy Three, called the Unholy Lions Four. Everybody's going to be there. Even the chicken's going to be there. But right now, with 2 minutes and 49 seconds remaining, the All-Stars have a 3-point lead, and Darling Lenoir de la Chapelle completely out in front. A late chase by the gal from Glendale, California, mother of 3, Colleen Morrell. And are they proud of her in Glendale, as they are here, likewise, the Olympic Auditorium, the sports arena, you name it, everywhere across the country. Do they love this gal, Colleen Morrell? And look at Donnie Young. Shoves her aside, comes back. Colleen, let's talk it over. We got about 35 seconds remaining of the jam time, and we're going to take it to them. Right now, it's up to Lori Weichel to stop it for the All-Stars. Colleen to one side, a reversal, a pull through, she scores! Oh, heel high. Only 1 point, but a beautiful point. Good action, and look at Weichel after Jim.
Whoa, look out. Lori Weichel coming after Colleen Morrell. These two gals have been going at it. Colleen Morrell, what a great skater, but we have to give a lot of credit to the girl, Donnie Young, that pulled her through. She's been doing a great job. Look at this, Donnie Young, Colleen Morrell. Look out, Weichel, you're going to be scooped, and right on by on the inside, didn't have a chance. Colleen Morrell looked up, saw the time was running out, called it off, placed her hands on her hips, and there's Georgia Haas.
You know,
That's John Hall.
you know, the Thunderbirds are really excited about the opening of their 21st season, and they want everybody to come, and so they have a special price for all the kids. I think it's marvelous that they're doing that. And, you know, if you have a kid and you want to give them a present, that would be a bad idea.
Well, as you know, there are
discount tickets.
Change the designated scores in halftime here. And Gail Bowers is the designated score along with this gal, Tricky Ricky McInerney, behind her, Patsy Delgado for the Thunderbirds. The Thunderbird gal, Patsy Delgado, one of the prettiest gals on the bank track, and the Thunderbirds have a whole bunch of them out there. She hails from Pico Rivera. Can she catch up the likes of Tricky Ricky McInerney? She just popped her one time very lightly, tried to knock her off balance, but Tricky Ricky McInerney says, you give me a second chance, I'm going to tear you up. But now, I do not believe she's going to get by Donnie Young. Donnie Young, a good, solid blocker. Let's see what she can do. She blocks her one time. This time, she's going to have to stop this gal, a very competitive gal, as the mid-packers up in front. Lori Weichel and Brenda DeShields, along with Darlene Langlois now, and Peggy Fowler, doing it with Lois Decker. A star-studded team here tonight of All-Stars. Here comes Tricky Vicky McEwen. Coming up and down. Down she goes, and Tricky Vicky McEwen does not score here, as Jim McInerney has worked his way down trackside for an interview. In the meantime, it's John Drew. Hoppy, look at John Drew yelling at his skater.
You know, John Drew claims that he's the one that's helped make the Devils favorites over the Thunderbirds in that upcoming over. He's always talking like that. Anyway, here is Jim McInerney at trackside. Let's find out. He's going to talk to Darlene de la Chapelle and see what her reaction is.
Well, the 5th of next month, it's a Saturday night. The Los Angeles T-Birds are going to go against the Detroit Devils. And it's going to be a big game at the Los Angeles Sports Arena. Darling Lenoir de la Chapelle, Georgia Haas really wants you to be skating, and she has your contract. Are you going to be skating with the Detroit Devils the 5th of next month?
Jimmy, I really don't know, and I really honestly cannot give you a comment right now. I'm in the middle of this, and I'm just real confused about the whole thing, okay?
I can respect that. Okay, Darling, and good luck to you, okay? We're going to pause down the VIP Network line. We'll be right back.
He is gone right now. He has no legs at all. And 10 seconds to go in a round there. The left hand down again. It's all over.
You're watching Classic Sports Network, where the legends play.
Hey kids, put on your hard hats and get ready for real-life giant construction equipment for kids. The fun-filled video with 25 monster machines for only $4.95. Join Hard Hat Harry on a magical adventure to actual construction sites. 60 throwback minutes of bruising bulldozers, colossal cranes, dirty dump trucks, and more. 25 big machines to watch over and over again. Asphalt eaters, pavers, rock crushers, all the heavy equipment equipment kids love driving right into your living room. Real-life giant construction equipment for kids is a rare chance to see huge excavators in action. Stone mountains blown up by dynamite. Kids even climb into the driver's seat of the big machines they love. Real-life giant construction equipment for kids, originally sold for $19.95, is now only $4.95. And when you call, we'll also tell you about our free bonus video offer. So call now to order.
The night of the Holmes fight in Atlantic City in '88, and Mike was waiting in the locker room, warmed up very well, getting ready to leave, but being delayed. And as he does sometimes, as Mike does sometimes, with the gloves on, ready to walk out, he hits the wall a little bit, just to get a feel for his knuckles against the glove, just to feel where the knuckles are hitting, a nice hard surface. And he was waiting for Larry to come out, and he went up to the wall, and perhaps he was a little more keyed than other times, and he threw 2 punches at the wall, a left and a right, and the right went through the brick to the outside. And there were about 4 or 5 people in the room. There was Mike, of course, Kevin, Matt Baranski, the cut man, myself, and 2 commissioners, 2 athletic commissioners. When that happened, Mike was on the far side. Everyone heard the crash and turned and looked. No one said a word. And I walked over, and the first thing I did to Mike, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yeah, I'm fine," but his head was down because I went over to the wall, looked in through, and I could see traffic on Atlantic Avenue in Atlantic City.
You're watching Classic Sports Network.
54 for the All-Stars, 52 for the Thunderbirds. A 10-minute period coming up. This is the second half of action, the All-Star Classic. And look at John Parker moving out of the pack, the big man, up the front. He has a front position here as a blocker to try to hold out the entire pack getting out of there. But Sam Washington skewed on by him. Now Jimmy Torino for the All-Stars. We got 2 speed burners out there. Sam the Man Washington along with Jimmy Torino for the All-Stars. In the mid-pack, they got some kind of solid team. Harold Jackson, Burnett Jackson, the likes of a Juan Milano, and the big man, John Parker. Now look at Ronnie Sackle-Range blocking him out the back of the pack, and Ronnie Range picking him off one by one in the back of the pack. Gets a whip to Sam the Man Washington. Oh, Sam gets railed in there by the likes of a Juan Milano. High speed sticking in there, if you want to call it, by that man, Harold Jackson. But look at Sam the Man. Hits a railing as he goes down. But what a competitive effort as Sam Washington picks up 3 very, very competitive points. Sam Washington doing it all here tonight.
Well, Sam the Man, he has picked up quite a few points. 18 points tonight, and he's only gone at it 5 times, so he's well above his average this evening.
Yeah, there's John Drew over there in the rail. You know, John Drew is behind this trio of Georgia Haas and E.G. Miller. Drew claims that the Thunderbirds have dominated the league too long, and he's going to break it up. Oh, this man's always talking.
Hoppy, you know, they really have dominated the league for a long time, but they have all the talent. These other teams have great talent, too, but they've got a spirit. They got the fan support, everything going for them. But what's going to happen when Luis Hernandez comes to the commission will be a help or a hindrance. Georgia Haas, things are going to be changing with this up-and-coming season. Just like Ralphie Valadares, is he going to be as competitive as he is right now? Next season, another year into the season, you got the likes of Larry Lewis, as you see right here, to contend with him. Should be a great up-and-coming season. This being an all-star game, we're getting to see it all right here in one night in a nutshell. And look at Larry Lewis, 36, still trying to get out of that pack, and he's still yet to get out of there. That man can dart out of there, but he likes to work the time. He can work himself. He knows how fast he can go, when to move, when to do. Look at him, look at him. This man's sharp. Look at him go. Now he puts on the speed. But here comes Rob Valadares in the wing. He was waiting. Oh, but a vicious block on the backside by Burnett Jackson. But this man, Larry Lewis, so cunning, so decisive when he wants to move. He can really do it all, Larry Lewis. But it's up to the cycle. The cycle gets railed by Burnett Jackson. Now Lewis gets by the mid-packers. By Ray Robles in there. By Ralphie Valadares. So the clock counts down. And when you get to the final scoring, it's 4 points. Larry Lewis, he knows how to do it all.
He certainly does, Dick. And interesting to note that Larry Lewis and Ralphie Valadares were trying to get out of the pack, but it's the front blockers that held them back. Excellent job by the front blockers.
You know, I think these two are really going to be in the forefront of the conflict Olympic at the season opener at the Los Angeles Sports Arena. That's a world-famous building, you know. That's the building that's going to be the key building in the Los Angeles Olympics. Also, that's the place where John Kennedy was nominated.
Hoppy is a building big enough to hold all three of these. There's Hernandez, Georgia Haas, E.G. Miller, and John Drew, and even a Laura Gregory, the chicken. Are they on? Look out. Where'd that come from?
Hold under 17,000, including the chicken.
Woo!
All the kids.
58 to 55. Now we have some kind of competitive game here in the All-Star Classic. Second half of action, 58 to 55. And who is it? Number 31, Juan Milano. Frankie Macedo, two veteran skaters. He goes to the inside. That's where he knocks him out of there. He gets to the back defensive man. Big Burnett Jackson in front of him. Sam the man Washington and Harold Jackson. The mid-packers looking great in here. Johnny Parker along with Big Burnett Jackson. Been some kind of game. The backside, Big Burnett Jackson. Can he stop Frankie Macedo? Macedo comes up alongside of the big man, just shovels up, and a good block by Ronnie Psycho Ray. Now, the man getting up to the mid-packer, Harold Jackson. Jackson on one side, Jackson on the other side. The Jackson brothers. Big Burnett takes him. Now the Psycho grabs him. And Frankie Macedo still weaving around the deck. He's been completely blocked down there by Harold Jackson. Running at a time, the Psycho pulls down Jackson. 1 point awarded to the Thunderbirds, and we got a Donnybrook, the Psycho, and Burnett.
I don't think that point was worth beating the Frankie Macedo tough, but look at this. Big Burnett Jackson and Ronnie Raines going at it. We're going to take a break here in the action. We'll be right back.
Big Debbie Williams.
Ernie Banks, Max McGee, Randy White, Frank Robinson, Leroy Kelly, the Honorable Alan Page and Bill Bradley, Al Kaline, Floyd Little, Tony Dorsett, Thurman Munson, Joe Morgan, Ken Stabler, Moses Malone, George Brett, the Big O, Oscar Robertson, Dick Butkus, Dave DeBuscher, Bill Mazeroski, Ken Griffey Jr.'s dad, Barry Bonds' dad, and Eric Metcalf's dad, Phil Esposito, Joe Theismann, Dave Bing, Carl
You know, I'm from western Pennsylvania, 28 miles just outside of Pittsburgh, and I followed the Steelers when I was a young guy, but the older I got, I started following the Baltimore Colts, mainly because we had a fellow from our hometown, Jim Muchler, was the tight end for the Baltimore Colts. Johnny Unitas is special. He still is special. I used to wear 19. My guys used to call me Joey U. So as close as I was to the Steelers in Pittsburgh, I would pay more attention to the Baltimore Colts because of Jim Muchler and number 19. I dreamt about playing the Baltimore Colts. And don't you know, it just materialized like a dream come true. It did. Watch NFL Night at the Classics, Wednesday at 8 on Classic Sports Network.
Psycho Raines picked up a penalty, and there's the referees doing their job. He's sitting in the penalty box all alone, all by himself. 58 to 56, the All-Stars out in front of Jimmy Trigno, the Roadrunner, the original marathon man, would like to get by the likes of the rear defensive man, Frankie Macedo. Macedo, not a whole lot of size back there. Somebody got to help him, and he's getting no help now as Big Burnett Jackson running interference for him. Up to Sam, he's blocked out of there. Number 1, Martinez blocked out of there. Good defensive blocking in there by both the Jackson brothers. Parker, the likes of Juan Milano, Larry Lewis, and Jimmy Trigno doing it. Referee Terry Toledo says a grand slam for Jimmy Trigno, 5 big points. They increase their lead 63 to 56. 4 minutes and 7 seconds remaining. Jimmy, we got a ball game.
Yeah, we got more than a ball game. We've got 19 total points for Jimmy Trigno so far. That kid's doing it.
You know, Georgia Haas vowed that her team, her all-star team, is going to whip the T-Birds tonight to prove that she can humiliate the Thunderbirds in that season opener at the Los Angeles Sports Arena on the Saturday the 5th of next month. And the way she's going now, she doesn't mind doing it. I told you so.
Well, if you realize the team that she has in Detroit coming up to the Sports Arena the 5th of next month, this team that she has, led by Larry Lewis, is almost as strong as an all-star team. A very, very solid team. 63 to 56 is scored. 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. It's Sam the man Washington late chase up in front. Harold Jackson. Jackson, one of the coolest kids you'll ever want to see on the main track. He can move, he can motivate. Look at the kick to the backside. Now that is a penalty. If the referees do not do something to him, that is unfair out there. They warned him, but he should be taken off that track.
Yes,
look
indeed.
at Big Burnett Jackson scooting on the inside. He says, my brother took care of him that time. The referees did not. They let one get by, Jim. They let one get by. Well, oh my, we got a game going on as we said. And up to Ronnie Psycho Raines. He'll take care of it. He'll stop it. The Psycho blocked that one time. He blocks it with a vicious shoulder block right across the chest. He's going to come at it again with his big brother in front. A whip. Will he suck him this time? Oh, yeah, he sucked it to it. And the crowd going wild. They're ecstatic as they will be at the Sports Arena the
team is very strong too, and they have something going for them much more than the All-Stars do. That's teamwork and a lot of working together. They're very diverse.
And you know, the Los Angeles Sports Arena, it's a wonderful place to see the roller game. Every seat is right on top of the track. You know, it's the home court of the USC Trojan basketball team, too.
Well, Hoppy, speaking about seats, I understand they're going to have special low pricing for the kids that night at the Sports Arena for just being such great fans during the year. We like to take care of everybody. And just come down and enjoy yourself. The Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena, say hello to the chicken, shake his hand, and I do not know what he's got with him there. It looks like, Hoppy, is that one of your relatives? No, I didn't know that. No, Dick. Oh my, 63 to 56. It must be one of John Drew's relatives up there. 1 minute 33 seconds remaining, and it's Juan Milano. Milano, number 31. Competitive this man is. He's hard, doesn't have hardly many peers out there. The man can do it all. Behind him, Frankie Vecino, right on his curtail, trying to shoot between the gap in there, but didn't go by the likes of Big Burnett Jackson. Beautiful move by Riley Cycle Reed. And there comes Vecino. A beautiful, beautiful move. But the referee said no scores. The man, as he cut through there, called the jam off. An excellent move by Juan Milano. Now, John Drew is going wild in the infield, just having hysterics. The VIP camera crew picking up on Georgia Haas here, shaking her head. Oh my, Georgia Haas.
Well, we put a roadblock in her plans, but John Drew said that the two of them, along with Miller, are going to be able to break up the domination of the T-Birds. She's got my cousin there.
Emmanuel. Woo! Look out, 38 seconds remaining. So many things happening here. So many things happening here at the Olympic Auditorium. As the Thunderbirds are down by 7 points, 28 seconds remaining. They say, now trust me, roll for me, Valadares. And Valadares completely by himself. John Hall tells the man in front of the pack, Dave Hernandez, slow down that pack. Give him time to get around there. A leg roll by Ralphie Valadares and Ronnie Cycle Reigns. The two of them working fine together. Missing Parker, missed him a mile. Gets up to Stan, the man gets away by Martinez. Gets by Harold Jackson. He scoots by him. He just barely gets by him. Still alongside him with 4 seconds remaining. 3, 2, he said, I could feel that all the way to Santa Barbara. Oh, yeah. Hoppy, 3 Thunderbird points, and you know that got to hurt.
And Ralphie Valadares is shooting to break the 10,000 scoring mark, you know. He might do it at that season opener at the Los Angeles Sports Arena. He doesn't need too many to go.
Look at him. Look at him going here. The middle down to Jim McInerney, trackside with an interview.
Well, we have an injured Harold Jackson right behind us, but real quick, the 5th of next month, this Saturday night at the Los Angeles Sports Arena, is going to be the Los Angeles T-Birds, the Detroit Devils, Georgia Haas's team. What's going to happen? The T-Birds have never lost an opener.
Well, they're going to lose, and they're going to lose bad, because their dynasty is over. They can't win. They're not going to win. Georgia Haas is the greatest lady general manager that we've ever had out there.
It's just like this. Packard, Hudson, all of those things are a thing of the past. The Birds are a thing of the past. When we get through with it, they won't even be able to wear T-shirts at all. And I mean T-shirts, clothes, or anything else. They'll never skate again, so help me, and I'll tell you what we better do.
Thank you very much, and we'll be right back after this word.
Hi, I'm Doug Williams, and you're watching Classic Sports Network.
It's a game with unmatched history.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Filled with great players and great moments. Now, Sports Illustrated brings you SI's exclusive classic baseball collection. You'll get the extraordinary 2-video box set, The History of Baseball, and the classic baseball cap of your choice, both free with your paid subscription to SI. Choose your cap from any of 4 historic teams. The Brooklyn Dodgers of 1955, the 1951 New York Giants, the 1975 Boston Red Sox, or the legendary New York Yankees. Call now and get SI's classic baseball collection free when you order 54 issues of SI for only $1.48 an issue. Save over 55% off the cover price. Use your credit card. Don't miss out on the classic baseball collection from Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
What if you could collect life's greatest moments if you could just hang on to them and not let any slip away? And what if every time you remembered them, they were just as vivid, just as great? On Classic Sports Network, memories don't pass you by, nor are they carted off and filed away. They're front and center, and even sideways. Classic Sports Network, the only network where once-in-a-lifetime moments happen 24 hours a day.
I know Nancy Wilson's watching this game from home. She wasn't here tonight. She comes out every single week. We'd like to say hello to her. Hope she comes back to it soon. Here we go with the play-by-play, Dick Holway.
As we get a look at the whole field here, we see the likes of a tricky Vicki McEwen coming out of this, the second half of action. It's period 7 here in the All-Star Classic from the Olympic Auditorium. And all these skaters doing the best they can out there. They're all-stars, every one of them. And it's been Patsy Delgado. Patsy Delgado and tricky Vicki McEwen. Vicki McEwen would like to get through. Oh, look out! Shoved over the rail in there by Patsy Delgado. And it's Lori Weichel. Weichel, the back of that pack. She would like to stop the likes of a Patsy Delgado with Donnie Young up in front. Young, she's going to work on the offensive end. Busting her way by Lori Weichel. Shoves her to the infield. Gets her now. Can they get by Decker and Fowler? Good move by Patsy Delgado. Shoved right on through the two of them. Looking up front, trying to figure out how to stop a good. Great block by Debbie held in the middle of the pack. A whip by Debbie Garvey. Up to the likes of DeShields. And DeShields says, no. No way are you going to get by me or Lori Weichel this time. 4 points. Patsy Delgado. A great individual effort with fine Thunderbird teamwork.
Let's take another real quick look at it as Delgado, with assistance from Young, gets by Weichel. Right on by. Donnie Young gives the whip.
Look at this teamwork, Tim.
Oh, yeah, you've got teamwork because Donnie Young giving the whip as Patsy Delgado goes all the way through to pick up those points. Debbie Garvey ready to give that whip to pick up some more points. Down she goes, but she picked up the points. Here we go, back to live action.
Here we go, and it's Darlene Lenoir de la Chapelle getting by Rena Lemaitre, but she took a jab out of her, couldn't get her. Now, can Debbie Garvey, the front blocker, stop her? Good, look at the beautiful move to the inside, up to the high part of the track by Brenda DeShields, blocking out the likes of Debbie Garvey, giving her the opening to the scowl. Darlene Lenoir de la Chapelle, number 33, her blonde hair flowing in the breeze. Got the elbow pads in, the tall, lean, lanky gal, good-looking gal. One of the best competitors on the track here, really coming along. But look at this gal scooting on through. Skinny Minnie Miller gets up to Lori Weichel. Weichel blocking viciously in the middle of the pack. She needs some help from the mid-blocker in there. Weichel still tangling with the likes of, oh, Skinny Minnie. Did she catch a dip? Nope, she catch a jaw on there. Luckily, she's been out of there. Now look at the good block again by Weichel. As Darlene Lenoir working through that pack with 7:35 remaining in the 7th skating period of the All-Star Classic. Puts her hands on it real quick. The referee saw it, picking up 4 points. Darlene Lenoir de la Chapelle now. Hoppy, what's going to be happening to Darlene Lenoir?
Well, Darlene Lenoir, the beautiful, lovely lady, you know, she's a fashion model and an actress. She's currently working in a movie produced by Gene Kelly. She is going to be skating with the Detroit Devils on that opener, and it's against her will. Her contract was traded to Georgia Haas, and she's real unhappy about it.
Well, Georgia Haas is down there talking to Liz Hernandez, and Liz Hernandez is about ready to take over Georgia Haas's old job, although it's still up in the air. We don't know yet.
Well, Georgia says, you'll take my job, Liz, over my dead body.
Speaking about things up in the air, this game is still up in the air, 67-63 as these three battled away. The referee, always talking about something down there, but he's got to get them off the track, get them out of the way, get this game going here. Back to the action, 67-63. 4-point lead by the All-Stars. 6 minutes and 31 seconds remaining. Strong Thunderbird team. Helden, Young, Garvey, Lemaitre, Miller, Delgado, Burrell, Gregory, and Debbie Helden. And this time they send out Coley Morrell, but up in front of the little gal, tricky Vicki McEwen. McEwen in the number along with DeShields, Bowers, Weichel, Lenoir, Fowler, and Decker. And good job. And look out, knocked down hard. 6:12 remaining on the clock. A 4-point All-Star lead. The second half of action, the 7th skating period, just about halfway over here. And Coley Morrell says, I want to pick up points for my son, Aaron, and my other son. She got so many kids. Look at Coley, get 1 point for each. Not this time. She can't even get that. She got to get underneath that gal's leg. She going to get through this time? Nope, not this time. But she, yeah, nope, yeah, she gets it. Well, Hunt, the trench is falling down, and she gets one slip, boy, to whoop home.
She wasted a lot of time picking up 1 point that way, and they they need a lot more points than just one at this time. Uh-oh, Jerry Toledo is taking Colleen Morrell and throwing her in the penalty box, it looked like.
You know, this is the first time the T-Birds have ever opened at the Los Angeles Sports Arena. Let's take another look at that last one.
Colleen Morrell coming up as Donna Young leading the way. Here's come Lori Weichel, the big girl. She's trying to squeeze through there. Young pulled her through there, and that's the only reason she got through. Down goes Lori Weichel, but she did pick up 1 point and 1 penalty, so the T-Birds will have 4 girls on the track.
Well, I think if Georgia Haas would have had a little more time to work with this All-Star team, she would have told Lori Weichel, just sit down on her. Just sit on her. You're a big gal. You can stop her. Look at her. She is very disenchanted with what she saw. Is she going to be that way? The 21st skating season opener at the Sports Arena. That'll be in 3 weeks, the 5th of next month. At the Sports Arena, we'll find out. In the meantime, it's Darlene Langlois de la Chapelle and Patsy Delgado. Delgado down by 3 points at Thunderbirds. The All-Stars out in front 67-64. 4 minutes and 31 seconds remaining. And this gal, Darlene Langlois de la Chapelle, is trying to win it from Georgia Haas, her coach here tonight. But I don't know. She's really got her mind on all kinds of things, this gal. But right now, she's got to keep her mind concentrated on scoring for the All-Stars. She is an All-Star for the first time, and she's very proud of it. And she's showing it here tonight. And she's picked up points here with 4 minutes and 10 minutes remaining here. Lori Weichel got brushed to the wayside with 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. And working her way through that pack of the lowest decker. The Shields holding back the likes of Debbie Garvey. The sprint of the Shields has been excellent here tonight. As 4 points picked up by Darlene Langlois by great interior blocking, the likes of Lori Weichel and Brenda DeShields. Excellent.
You made a very interesting comment because DeShields has been doing a great job, and I'm sure that Liz Hernandez there would agree. Liz Hernandez, she knows a great skater when she sees one, and this DeShields has done a good job.
Well, Liz Hernandez was a great skater on the Thunderbirds, holds all their scoring records, and she's not afraid of Georgia Haas or anyone. She's a fiery Indian princess.
Uh-oh, here we go. She doesn't pull her hair in there. She'll really go right through the band.
Here we go. It has not come to this. Georgia Haas and Liz Hernandez going at it. Don Lastra, boy, you're getting into some big mix-up there. 2 Wildcats going at it.
What's...
They can't pull his hair.
Whoa. Will they be able to keep those 2 separated at the Sports Arena?
Well, the Sports Arena, the season opener, the 5th of next month. Remember that, the 5th of next month. Tickets will be going fast for that one. And special pricing for all the kids, I understand, Hoppy.
Well, Georgia Haas is trying to humiliate the Thunderbirds tonight to prove that she can humiliate them with her Devils at the Los Angeles Sports Arena.
The big man you see there on the screen is John Parker. That's not Parker. The Parker was the other guy. This is the first time he skated in 4 years. He retired his skates. He's back on the track. He wants to humiliate the T-Birds just as bad as Georgia Haas does. He's the skating coach of the team out here tonight. He's usually the coach for the man. He takes up the full screen. Look at this guy, 350 pounds. He's usually with the Texas Outlaws.
All right, the score 71-66. 2-minute warning coming up as he's over there talking to Gil Bowers. Once again, Darlene Langlois de la Chapelle. And Jim, maybe you can give me a tabulation on how many points she's picked up so far after this jam. In the meantime, it's Skinny Minnie Miller trying to get by the likes of Lori Weichel. Weichel been doing an excellent job as the whole All-Star team has done. Been well coached by Georgia Haas here tonight. And what do you expect with John Drew along with E.G. Miller's assistant coaches? They've got a solid lineup here tonight. Can the Thunderbirds come back and win? Look at Lori Weichel. She gets skated by that time as the likes of Donna Young holding off Darlene Langlois de la Chapelle. Mid-packer in there. Taking Fowler. Fowler, a good move. An excellent move by Darlene Langlois. And look at that Debbie Garvey holding back the likable skater trying to get through Darlene Langlois. Picking up 2 more points, this gal. Jim, how many points?
This might sound crazy, but this gal has picked up 19 points, and she's a rookie.
That's not crazy, Jim. It's her first game. She's probably hyped up. She's psyched up.
There is no wonder why she's skating on the All-Star. She's a great skater.
She's no chicken.
She proves that you can be beautiful and skate.
Well, she's also blonde and dynamite. Now what's going on here?
She's very upset about this contract deal.
She shouldn't be talking to her, Hoppy. She should let her attorney talk to her. That's what's happening. And we see the chicken hour. There we are. We see the jam going now with Colleen Morrell, number 5, the high part of the track, and up in front of her trying to get out of there, Tricky Vicky McEwen. The little gal, the front of the pack, way out by herself is Colleen Morrell. Has to get by the likes of Brenda DeShields. DeShields doing a good job. Is Debbie Garvey trying to block her out of there? Good mid-pack blocking by Debbie Garvey and this gal. In the meantime, present moment. Back, Dolly Young, number 2. Young blocking out, Tricky McHugh. As Coley Morrell right on by. The crowd yells, go, go, go. 22 seconds remaining. The 7th skating period. Coley Morrell gets away by Debbie Garvey. Debbie Heldon. Up to Debbie Garvey. Is Garvey going to give her a block? She gets a block to Lori Weichel. Can she get one more block? She's got to go up in front of her. Lois Decker blocks her out. Look at the great blocking by this gal, Debbie Garvey, with seconds running out of the clock. 4, 3, 2, 1, and she got them all! I believe she got them all! Oh my! 4 points picked up, and Jim McInerney takes a helmet across the head. Trackside Jim McInerney.
Well, here with me is Liz Hernandez and John Hall, and the 5th of next month, Saturday night, at the Los Angeles Sports, you're going to see opener, the Detroit Devils, Los Angeles T-Birds. What's going to happen, John? The T-Birds reign over the first openers every single year.
Jimmy, I'm hoping for a couple of things. The first and foremost is I hope Liz gets appointed to the job as field representative for the commission. She can do a good job in it, and we need someone like her. And secondly, Jimmy, we've never lost an opener in 7 years. We're not going to lose this time.
Haven't ever lost an opener in 20 years, but Liz Hernandez, do you like Georgia Haas?
No, I don't like her at all. Because I went in there, that's John Hall's guest, and all she's been doing is pushing around. So she thinks that I will be assistant commissioner. Well, she's going to be surprised, and I hope I do get the job.
Very good, and we all hope you do too. We'll be right back after this word.
We never called him anything but Mr. Rockney. He was meaningful. And above all, he was teaching kids how to be men, not just play football. The 29-30 team goes back every 2 years for the Southern Cal game. And the first place we go on Saturday morning is out to Rockney's grave, to Mr. Rockney's grave, to have mass for all the team. That's how deep it is. And this is 60 years from the time that he's gone. That'll give you a rough idea how deep it was for us. And it's still there. We love that man.
Everywhere you go on the campus at Notre Dame, particularly on a football Saturday, you just feel that guy's presence. You know, Rockney didn't bring football to Notre Dame, but he definitely brought the magic.
Final skating period of the All-Star Classic, 73-70 the score. A 3-point lead. Now, the Thunderbirds haven't lost in 20 years in the season opener, and they've won all these All-Star games. They're going to get a jinx here tonight. We're going to find out. 73-70 the score. 10-minute period coming up. It's some kind of Donnybrook. The girls did a real number out there, and now it's up to the men to put a fitting climax to this All-Star game. Can the Thunderbird men do it, or can the All-Stars take it away from them? 73-70. 73-70. It has been some kind of game here. 9 minutes and 23 seconds remaining here. Sam, the man of Washington, would like to get by Big Burnett Jackson, but he gets sent it right in the penalty box, and Sam goes flying for no score. The score remains 73-70. And Hoppy, I think you had something you wanted to say over there.
Yeah, I was going to tell it about John Hall in his last interview there. He said the T-Birds hadn't lost in 7 years an opener. He was referring, of course, to their modern record, but actually it goes back 20 years they've never lost an opener. So it's really bigger than John Hall even thought it was. And this is their 21st. And Haas says they won't win this one.
Well, I don't know. I think the T-Birds have a darn good chance, but with Georgia Haas spearheading the Detroit Devils, the strong team they have and the teamwork they have going for them, it's going to be one whale of a game.
Georgia Haas said before this contest that she will win the All-Star Classic this year, this time, tonight. Now, we will find out, and not a whole lot of time remaining here. 8 minutes and 21 seconds remaining, a 3-point lead for the All-Stars, 73-70. Will they break the century mark here tonight? I believe it may take 100 points to win this contest. It's been a high-scoring contest here tonight. If the Thunderbirds, I believe, do not get 100 points, I don't think they'll win this game here tonight. But we'll find out. There's plenty of action remaining here. And now, it's going to take 100, I think, Jim Hoppy, to win this game. Dick Holloway calling for you with 7 minutes and 56 seconds remaining here. Jimmy Turigno, the back of that pack. He's the man right now who'd like to pick up some points here. Along with Brendan and Shields cheering him on. I'm getting hoarse out here. We got some kind of game. All kinds of action. The crowd going wild as Pacino kicked one time the backside for the big man Brendan Burnett Jackson. Larry Lewis bottling him up in the middle of the pack. Frankie Macedo, the man skating right on through. If he can pick up another 10 like he did in that first half of action, he can pick up a whole bunch. How many points? 4 points in there. 77 to 70, a 7-point lead with 7:24 remaining.
23 points for Jimmy Turigno. He's having an excellent night, well above his average.
Well, there's that mystery man, John Drew, you know. Nobody knows too much about this guy, but he has certainly come in with the idea of taking over the league. And Liz Hernandez isn't worried about him at all.
Well, Liz Hernandez and George Ross, they know better, but now we got John Hall going along with John Parker, the two big men going at it. Oh, we got a bear hug by Parker on John Hall. Drops John Hall. They can ill afford to have him out of their waning minutes remaining in this game. They need the leadership, the guidance of this general manager, because Georgia Haas has 2 assistants out there. Del Perloff, John Drew, and E.G. Miller. They could still lose one and still have 2-3 left out there. Georgia Haas has got them just all over the place to help these guys out there.
Well, we love you, T-Birds #1 forever, and the T-Birds, when they open their 21st season, the Los Angeles Sports Arena, they want to continue to be #1. But Georgia Haas says nothing is forever, and we're going to humiliate the T-Birds tonight and at their opener.
Well, Willoughby, happy greetings for everybody here tonight. 77 to 70 the score. The All-Stars out in front by 7. 6 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. As Jim McInerney has worked his way down trackside, he's going to try to get a chance to talk to Georgia Haas. But in the meantime, we got Larry Lewis, the great skater, number 36, dumped on his backside by another respectable veteran out there. One of the finest, Frankie Macedo. Macedo, hailing for the San Fernando Valley, gets a whip from Ronnie Psycho Reigns, who's on the defensive back right now. Big man once again, Big Burnett Jackson. One of the 2 Jackson brothers doing an excellent job. An all-star all the way in the back of the pack. A very, very powerful, large-sized man. The back of the pack, 16-inch arms out there, can go at it with a 25-inch. No, he doesn't have a 25-inch stick, but he's got all kinds of arms around there to grab him. And he grabs Macedo, but they're coming to Psycho. The Psycho grabs him to the back of the neck. In the meantime, Macedo gets out of there right out of time. But we got a dotted run between these 2 tonight. And Macedo picking up 1 point on the Thunderbirds. If they want to get up that century mark, they're going to have to go a whole bunch here with only 5:18 remaining. This could be a lower scoring game. Down the Jim McInerney trackside.
Well, Saturday night, the 5th of next month, it's the season opener with the Los Angeles T-Birds and the Detroit Devils with Georgia Haas. It's going to be at the Los Angeles Sports Arena. Do you realize the T-Birds have never lost the season opener, Georgia Haas?
Listen, I am Georgia Haas, and I tell it like it is, and you can believe what I say. Never is never forever, and the T-Birds are going to lose their streak. They will not win. And that Patsy Darlene, she is my property. She's going to be on the Devils, and she is going to do exactly as she told. And regarding this hussy Liz Hernandez, over my dead body, will she ever take my old job?
Over your dead body? It's an interesting idea. We'll be right back. We're going to pause on the VIP network.
The running game is the true control of the football because it means that you are physically beating up the other team.
You're watching Classic Sports Network, where the legends play.
You've seen this product advertised for as much as $120. Now you can take advantage of our warehouse blowout sale on the body shaper that's taking the country by storm, the Ab Power Deluxe. Let the Ab Power Deluxe roll your upper body into the safest, most effective position to isolate and work your abs completely. In just minutes a day, you can lose inches off your stomach, improve your health, and have sensational abs. And it's great for men and women of all ages.
The Ab Power Deluxe helped me lose 4 inches off my waist.
You can get the Ab Power Deluxe for only 4 low, easy payments. And as a bonus, you'll receive free an exercise guide showing you how to get the maximum results from this amazing product. That's a $19.95 value free. Get the abs you've always dreamed of.
To take advantage of this special offer, call 1-800-361-3113. This is the original Ab Power Deluxe. Don't accept imitations. Call 1-800-361-3113.
Now watch the likes of this man, Sam, the man Washington, perform here tonight with Ronnie Psycho Reigns. The Psycho getting over there, going to give Sam a whip. He says, come on, here we go. Oh! Beautiful, beautiful block. Way up in the air by Big Bernard Jackson. I didn't know he'd get that high off the ground, but he did it. He's doing a number tonight. Look at the calves on this man. Large size. Here comes the Psycho. We got a Italian look going on here.
They say no score on that one. Ronnie Reigns, Big Bernard Jackson ready to go at it again. These two guys have come close to blows all night long.
Jim, listening to the likes of the interview with Georgia Haupt down there. Little touchy, that gal.
I'll tell you what, she said over her dead body. Well, I hope she doesn't tempt Liz Hernandez with that.
Well, Liz Hernandez has got the stuff to keep her out of the way. I assure you, she's a direct descendant of the kings of the Aztecs, an Indian princess, and John Drew said he's going to put a stop to the whole thing.
I got a feeling, gentlemen, it's going to take a whole lot to keep Georgia Haupt quiet this up and coming year, especially with the season opener, the 21st skating season, coming up from the Royal Sports Arena the 5th of next month. Look at this crowd here. They're going wild. They're going to go wild in the sports arena also, I'm sure. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. It's Frankie Macedo out of that pack after him, the likes of Jimmy Tirico. One of the best in the West out there. 77 to 71. Make Georgia Haupt, will she make good or bust? We'll find out. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this contest. The All-Stars going against the world-famous world champion Los Angeles Thunderbirds. The home right here in the Olympic Auditorium. And right now, it's Ronnie Psycho Reigns going by the mid-packers. By Milano, by Larry Lewis. And Lewis didn't do much to stop Frankie Macedo in there. And the All-Stars going for their first victory here in 7 years. But right now, 3 big points picked up by that young man, Frankie Macedo. And I call him young because he's skating very young out there tonight. 77 to 74. The Thunderbirds closing that gap.
Well, he's picked up a total of 11 points. Look at this madman, John Drew. He's eccentric. He's crazy. He's the new owner of the Chicago Haupt, and he's the manager. He got rid of El Fabuloso.
I think he wants a team to stall out there. He said, no more points, no more points. If they get the mean and jammer out, they can be tough out there.
Don't you feel that John Drew is behind this conspiracy, though? You say he's a madman. I would say he's mad, but he is a genius. And the Thunderbirds are going to have to watch out.
Well, the man we see out there along with this youngster, he's no madman. That's John Hall. He's cheering along the old go, go, go. Here comes the likes of Sam Van Washington, 77 to 74. The All-Star Classic going at it right here. The Thunderbirds in the All-Stars. 124 remaining of the clock. The back of the pack. Big Bernard Jackson. He blocks it one time with a high leg kick. Sam the man. Here comes the Psycho. Look. Okay. Here he comes. He's coming out of Jackson again. He reverses. Sends around. Sam just barely gets through. Oh, gets tied up by Big Bernard Jackson. Up to the mid-packers. Harold Jackson. He says Jackson. Nope. Just sends him in. Look, good move. Gets him out of it. But Sam Man Washington picks up 2 more points. 77 to 76. 1 minute to go. That's all the time remaining. Gentlemen, can the Thunderbirds do it? Georgia Haupt says they will defeat the Thunderbirds here in this All-Star Classic. Less than a minute to go. 49 seconds. Can the Thunderbirds break them? Can they stop them? Can they beat them? Georgia Haupt says no. Only a 1-point difference. 77 to 76. Down to 40 seconds. The Thunderbirds, who are they going to send out? Macedo. Martinez. Robles. Will they send out the Jackson brothers? Turingo. Will it be Larry Lewis and Speedburner? Will it be the big man Parker? 29 seconds. It's going to be Robbie Oliveira. The great veteran of Vietnam. He comes after Larry
amazing that...
I'll show you what a real champion is. I'll show you what a real champion is. Gives to Amici. The 10th of the world champion.
Way out of here. It's gone. It's 7:15.
The winner, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Well, Dick and Jim, I think this picture says it all. It really shows the dejection of Ralphie Valadares. Skated his heart out harder than I've ever seen him skate before, and scored 4 points. Only had Larry Lewis come up and score another 4 points, and so the All-Stars won by 1 point. Burnett Jackson there in the picture is showing the elation of the All-Stars for having stopped the Thunderbird streak at 6. They could not make it 7, and the Thunderbirds now have to look forward to the fact that perhaps they can win their 21st straight opener at the Los Angeles Sports Arena on Saturday, the 5th of next month.
Well, gentlemen, Georgia Haas said she'd do it, and she did do it. She broke the jinx. She won the 7th game of the All-Star game, and maybe she started her own personal streak. You know, the 5th of next month she goes to the Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena right here locally, and she's going to be tough to beat with a tough Detroit team taking over the new management. Jim, how about some statistics here?
Well, I think it was, I don't think it was a good team spirit effort on the All-Stars. I think it was a lot of individual effort that made the All-Stars win. Jim Torigno with 23 points, Darlene Langlois with 19. Hidalgo came through with 12, and Sam with 20.
A good game, that's for sure. Now, in the meantime, you folks, hang on. We'll be back to see you next week. Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye.
You never forget a true classic. Like Reggie, introducing the Knicks to Miller time.